So Cardano ADA has crashed more than 10%, and the crypto space in general has reacted negatively to President Donald Trump's tariffs announcement. Now, I do think that this is the worst of it all, and we are now in a recovery phase, given that this is a corrective move rather than an impulsive move, meaning that this wave is not made up of 5 waves, essentially meaning that we're not going to go any deeper. Now, as you guys know, I've been tracking this WXY structure where I've been targeting ADA to reach this region here between 72 cents to 74 cents. And that target is essentially a 1 to 1.236 retracement of the Y wave. So if I bring this to the right position and adjust this slightly. So as you can see, we ended up falling short of that target, and instead we ended up hitting the minimum requirement, which was this level here at 0.618. And so essentially the Y wave ended up truncating, which then led to this corrective move to the downside. Now, I mentioned that this move is a corrective move rather than an impulsive move. And so if I go down to the 5-minute chart, what you can see is this wave is made up of 3 waves rather than 5 waves. So essentially what you have is your W wave, X wave, and Y wave. And again, that Y wave would be a 1 to 1.236 retracement of this W wave. So as you can see, we ended up just extending beyond the 1.236 level. Now, if we reach the 1.618 level, then that would have made it impulsive. And so rather than this being a WXY structure, we would have had a 5-wave move where this would have been our 3rd wave rather than a Y wave. And then a 4th wave and a 5th wave would have followed suit shortly after. And so, yeah, so since this is a corrective move, what we can do now is adjust our wave Y target, which again would be a 1 to 1.236 retracement of the W wave, which is this one here. So if I move this to here, so the Y wave target would be anywhere between 71 cents to 73 cents. So if I adjust this now, and then so what we can do now is move that to there, move that to there, and move that to there. Now, in addition to that, this wave structure is a zigzag. So if I go back to the 5, in fact, I'll go to the minute chart. What you can see is the wave W and the wave Y is made up of 5 waves, where essentially you have your wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to complete this W wave. And this Y wave is also made up of 5 waves, where you have your wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I do think that this move is now, finalized, and we are now within this wave Y. And this is potentially forming our wave W of a WXY structure. Now, the stochastic RSI is indicating that we are within the oversold conditions on the hourly chart, and same can be said on the 4-hour chart and the daily chart. And so I do think that the bears are slowly starting to lose that momentum, because of course the stochastic RSI doesn't reflect the price action. All it does is it gives you an indication on the momentum. And so right now the bears are losing the momentum. And so given the fact that we didn't break this low here, what that tells me is we do have some buying pressure within this range here. And when you look previously, this is a key area of support. And so if I just drag this along to over here, what you can see is we ended up finding support within this range here in the past. And so, yeah, this is a key area of support. And I do think that we will get that bounce to the upside where we can then target out this range here. And so, yeah, that's just my quick update on Cardano ADA. Hopefully you found this useful. And if you did, then feel free to hit that like button. And if you're new, feel free to subscribe. Take it easy, people. Peace.